Welcome to the Agilists Aspire and Achieve in Your Agile Career video podcast series. This series is all about helping you grow, thrive, and making an impact in your career in the community with an Agile mindset. Whether you're just starting out or you're an experienced practitioner, we're here to bring you inspiring stories, actionable advice, and meaningful conversations that will help you navigate and excel in your Agile career, meeting some amazing mentors along the way. Get ready to aspire, achieve, and thrive in the next step of your journey. Nidhya, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Renae. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
We've got a very interesting topic, part of our international career stories that we're sharing on this series. Before we get started though, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
I would love to introduce. I'm Nidhya Palaniappan. I'm based out of Toronto, Canada. I'm an Agile practitioner who is currently working as a release train engineer with one of the major banks in Canada. I have been in the Agile space for almost 10 years now. I started my career as a software engineer and then progressed along the Agile path. I love outdoors. Yeah. And I'm a mom of a teenager.
Oh, okay.
I love reading books. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much about me.
What do you like doing in the outdoors?
Especially hiking.
Okay.
The place where I live, it has beautiful trails.
Right.
So I like hiking. Yeah.
Nice. Lovely. Lovely. When the weather allows, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's pretty warm now.
Yeah.
We could expect this weather for a few more weeks at least.
Nice. Very nice. Kick things off. First question I want to ask you is, how did you start and find your Agile career?
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I started my career as a software engineer, especially in .NET and SQL Server. I was working in development of various products using those languages and programming technologies. Eventually, in 2015, I was leading a product development team as a senior tech lead. That time, we got an exciting opportunity to deliver our product in Agile methodology because the client whom we were working were transforming from waterfall to Agile. So our product delivery model also changed. That's the time I picked up the Agile ways of working. Lucky to me, because we didn't have any Scrum Master, I started facilitating the ceremonies and I was so curious. Okay, there is more collaboration in this way of working. I started liking it. And I wanted to equip myself. So I started attending the various Agile meetups. And also formally, I did CSM workshop, Certified Scrum Master workshop, and got my certification. So that's how my Agile journey started. Following that, I expanded my Agile knowledge on different Agile methodologies, Kanban, Scaled Agile, not just learning and implementing it with different teams across the different organization. So that's how I started Agile. Yeah.
You mentioned that you liked the collaboration part of Agile. What else drew you to it?
What else I did like about it isn't it's more about the self-organization. The team doesn't have to wait for somebody else to say like do this or do that. They're empowered to do things on their own. So that's kind of more liberating, I would say. Yeah, that I felt much happy.
Yeah.
And we can try out different things. It's okay even if we fail. So those are the things that I like about Agile. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. What have you observed about the role of career development in Agile over the years?
So over the years, so when I started working in the Agile space, I would say like there were very few organizations that were starting the transformation. The number of roles were limited. I won't say like it was not there at all, but at least in South Asia, the number of roles were very limited. But now, over these years, like over 9 to 10 years, most of the organizations they know the benefits of agile ways of working and then started their transformation, which eventually provide us a lot of opportunities for the agilists, right? It's not just about the scrum master agile coach role. Now I was just doing a search, like what kind of roles are available in Canada and the US. So agile roles I could see, like agile business analyst, agile support analyst.
Mm.
It's not just in the title, but they embrace the changes. Everybody is working together to deliver the product. It's not just one person leading, the other persons are doing what that is being said, right? Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So
Yeah.
lot of opportunities now. That
Yeah.
is the more, and then it's more ways to experiment. There are different frameworks. What works best for my team? What may not work best for my organization? There are a lot of options, and there is also option to continuously learn and improve ourselves. Right? We could try something in one organization. It might work for them, that it we cannot, one size doesn't fit all, right? So that's again a new learning. I can implement it and see like how can I customize it for the other organization or other team. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're in Canada now. Walk us
Mhm,
through your journey from, the different countries that you've worked in, and where you started and how you ended up in
mhm.
Canada.
So I started working in India when I started my career, right out of my university. I started working in one of the major IT consulting companies. um, So there, though we were working from India, our clients were based out of the Europe, Spain, and then Hungary, and also the United States. So I have been working for different clients, different time zones, different industries and domains, healthcare, travel industry. Those were exciting times. And then for work I had to travel to certain countries, but the longer period where I worked was some in the US, United States, and then yeah, though I for work I visited Malaysia and other countries in Asia. After the US I came to Canada. That's more about it. Yeah.
Okay. What was the biggest thing you had to adjust to from moving from India to Canada?
Um, so it's a nice question. So adjusting, it's like being in India. It's more like a comfort zone. I'm more used to the ways of working, the teams, the workplace culture. Yeah. We cannot stay in the comfort zone for a longer period of time. It's nice to be there, but for growing, we have to explore things outside. So when I came to Canada, adjusting thing is like the more like a hierarchical way of working in India, I would say. Though we were focusing on agile, the hierarchical structures were followed in some of the organizations, at least where I was working. And then in Canada, I could see like most of the organizations were following the flat hierarchy, which is what the um, Agile is also suggesting, right, recommending or enabling us that flat hierarchy ways of working. That was nice. And then another thing that not challenging, but these are all like kind of okay. People are so direct in giving feedback in Canada when compared to India. So one thing was like the hierarchical structure. I could see less hierarchy here in Canada, and then time zone wise, not just the time zone, but the working hours, the core working hours. So that was different. There we were working for longer period of hours, even though we were entering our timesheets for 7 or 7.5 hours. We were working like 10 hours.
Yeah.
But here I could see like okay, the more work life balance, that was nice. Yeah. That's another thing. And then the feedback I already mentioned about it, more direct feedbacks I could see here. That's kind of like I had to adapt to that. Yes. I learned that over the period of time here. Those are the three differences.
Did you notice any differences, or did you have any challenge with the different communication styles between communicating in India versus you communicating with others in Canada, in your Canada environment?
Yeah, communication is definitely, there were some challenges for me because I'm a non-native English speaker. So that one was quite challenging. uh, for example, when I was facilitating some of the meetings, people from different cultural different geographical backgrounds, they could not understand what I was speaking.
Mm.
That was one thing. And then even while I was hearing from them, I had to double check what they are saying to make sure I'm not taking things differently.
Mm. Mm.
So that was the in terms of communication, that was some of the challenges. And then communication style, yes, as I was saying, like in feedback, there were more like, even the communication style, it was like more direct here.
Yeah.
There it was more in subtle ways and not so direct, it was said, but here it's more direct.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm asking the questions because at the moment I'm reading a book called The Culture Code. Have you read that book?
No, I'm
Um,
curious to know about it.
it's fascinating. It's really early days. I've only read 2 chapters, but there's a difference between low context cultures and
Mhm,
high context cultures, and it's exactly what you just said. We've got
mhm.
US down the low context, so they're very direct, and the high context cultures where India's kind of 3/4 up the scale, are more subtle, and you've got to kind of read between the lines
Yeah.
when communicating.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's I'm fascinated by it at the moment. It's good timing that we're talking.
Yeah, it's good in other ways also. Like if I find something not aligning to my thoughts or not aligning the ways which I'm thinking, I can open up and see, like say to any kind of leaders here. In
Mm,
that way, it is still good.
mm,
There, I had to wait. I have to find the opportunity to say my feedback to them. But here, it opens up the opportunity to provide our information or questions there without
yeah,
any hesitation.
right. Talk us through how when you moved.
Mhm.
How did you find your agile role in the US and Canada?
Okay. So when I moved to Canada, like when I was working in the US, actually, I was an employee based out of India, but uh, being placed in the US. But moving to Canada, at that time, I just quit my job in India. I had a well established career there, but still, I took that bold decision of moving to a different land, um, and then came over here. The first thing was like strongly believed in myself. So that was the mindset that I had. Yes, I will be able to secure a job within some months there. I came over here, and then I did a lot of preparation, I would say. Preparation in terms of understanding what is my agile strength and capabilities, and then what are the agile roles that I'm interested in. So I prepared a list of targeted agile roles: uh, Scrum Master, Agile Coach, Agile Project Manager, Release Train Engineer, list of things, which is common across all the agile world organizations,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So yeah, just the names differ or the terminologies differ, but the way of working, that's more similar across the world. And then once I had the targeted list of roles, then I started analyzing the local job market. What are all the roles available here? How it aligns to my expertise and skill set. I made a list of the current job openings in Canada, and then there are some areas where I wanted to improve myself. So I started refining my skills and honing them better. Parallelly, I was reaching out different supporting groups here. There are some immigrant supporting groups in Canada
right, right,
who help in, like, they would help you with some mentors. So that way, I reached out to the mentors and started getting insights about the workplace culture here in Canada. How do we want to present ourselves? What values they expect in their employees? Kind of things. Those information I collected. Eventually, by these preparations, when I landed in Canada, I was pretty much confident. Okay, then I started applying for jobs. And one crucial thing here is the establishing connections or network, right? One through the mentoring group, which I reached out, and then in the local meetups, I started attending various local meetups, the agile meetups. There I established connections. It's not just for the leads about the roles, but also for knowing more about the workplace culture and what are their expectations. So that way, built connections. Through one of my connections here, I got the lead for this job, my first job in Canada. And then from there, it started. I attended the interviews, a couple of interviews in the same organization. Initially, I was attending an interview for one particular role, but since my expertise were aligned to a different role, they got me another opportunity there. So that was pretty
Wow.
interesting. Yeah, networking really helped me.
Mm. How long have you been in Canada now?
It's 6 years completed now.
Wow. And are you in the same company, or have you moved?
No, I moved to different companies here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And did you find you lent on those support networks and all your networks to get your new role?
So new role, it's more of like from the job boards, LinkedIn. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, the support network was very helpful in terms of providing me references for the new jobs, and also um, like learning and sharing experiences. Yeah.
So fascinating story. And the only word that I can think of to describe what you just talked us through is courage. And, it was very courageous of you to
Thank you.
move and kind of, start afresh, start anew, and find your feet in Canada. And yes, persistence, because yes, it would have taken a lot to go to the meetups and to do and have that support group and all of that sort of stuff. So well done. Are you if you rewound if you thought 20 years ago that you'd be in Canada, did you think that would happen?
20 years ago in Canada, I actually, when I see people studying here in the universities, I would love, okay, when I was right after my high school, I should have come here and studied, explore different opportunities.
Right.
But my journey, always find it like beautiful. Yeah, this particular moment is made for us. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
how I take it. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to ask you if you had any other challenges that you had to overcome when either in your career, in your Agile career, or as a result of your of moving to Canada. Were there any other big challenges that you kind of remember and they helped to build the person you are today?
Yes, I would say. I can say one thing. Um, at the peak, so during the peak COVID time, I just moved to a new job. That was I was with that organization for 7+ months, but because of the COVID, all the outcomes of COVID, um, my role has been made redundant. So I was not sure, like, oh, did I make the right choice of coming over here? That was the time, like, I was okay having that fear,
Yeah.
because that time my partner or my spouse, he also was having some challenges with his job.
Right.
So that as a family, within a month, I was able to find another job. But that period of time, that 1 month of time, I was so focused on finding a new job. But that made me more stronger, I would say, even
Mm.
now. So I feel it. Okay, yes, I can do it. Yeah, that was one moment, especially in this new country when we don't have much of the friends or family from our younger age. That is the challenge. Yeah. support network. Yes, we do have some friends from the colleagues that is there, but in those kind of crisis situations, we think about our
Yeah.
family and back home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would have been hard even just with, COVID in general, being so far away from family and not being able to get there.
Mhm.
Mm. Um, I want to ask you about your own professional growth. What do you do? So you've mentioned meetups. You've mentioned at the start that you like to read
Mhm.
books. What do you
Mhm.
do for your own professional growth these days?
So, I actually aspired for executive roles. So, I started my journey towards that. I have been working with the leadership coach for about 2 years now. She is helping me in grooming myself and preparing myself towards the executive roles. And in addition to that, read a lot of books. I started writing blogs in Medium, and
Nice.
I'm part of mentoring group both as a mentor and mentee. So I mentor other women in agile group members outside of my organization. Within my organization, I mentor the scrum masters and other agile practitioners, and also I'm mentee for some of the senior leaders. That way I keep on improving myself continuously. Yeah.
Yes, it sounds like you like to challenge yourself and put yourself out of your comfort zone to
Yeah.
learn quickly. Because yes, you're right, and I'm very similar. You don't learn unless you challenge yourself, unless
Yes, yes,
you
yeah.
do
Mhm.
random things and you're, oh
Mhm.
no, I don't know if I can do that. And then you just have to back yourself.
Yeah,
You said that at the start as well. So yes,
yeah.
very
Challenges makes us stronger. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Mhm.
Do you have any final wisdom that you'd like to share with our audience?
So, final wisdom, I would say, like, be authentic. You could be from any country, any place. Don't try to hide yourself. Be yourself. Yeah. Be authentic and be curious. Uh, any time, any door might open for you. So, be curious and own your own career journey. It's everything you can do if you want that, right? Beautiful things would open up.
That's so nice. Thank you, Nidhya. Thank you for joining us today. It's
Thank you,
lovely
Renee.
getting to know you and hearing your story.
Likewise. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Agilists Aspire and Achieve in Your Agile Career. We hope you found inspiration and practical tips to elevate your Agile journey. Remember, growth doesn't happen alone, so consider exploring the Women in Agile Mentorship Program and/or follow the Agile Careers MPO on LinkedIn to see more content geared towards advancing your own career. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what topics you'd love to see next. Keep inspiring, keep achieving, and continue thriving in your career.